It's a beautiful day in mid-May, and with the help of my brother-in-law, my garden is tilled and ready to go. I'll be planting several varieties of tomatoes, eggplants, and peppers. I'll also be planting cucumbers, long beans, and bush bean seeds. In this small space, it won't look like much at first, but before long it will be taking over and full of goodness. Since my garden plot is so tiny, I have to plan thoughtfully to fit everything in. I always start with tomatoes. Tomato plants get very large, so I try to space them out about 24 inches apart and in the back to keep them from shading the other plants. Like most people, we love summertime tomatoes, so I plant as many as I can get away with. I like variety, both slicers and cherries. Tomatoes need a deep hole, and I like to measure each plant so that there will be the right amount of stem coming out of the ground, about an inch or two before the first leaf. Before I put the tomato in the hole, I add some liquid root protector to keep away the disease that can take over and stifle yields. This is a powdered product that I added water to. Next, I fill the hole with water, let it rest, and drain down. Then move on to the other holes. I very gently loosen the root ball of the plant, add some compost and other dry nitrogen additives as a base or bed, and set the plant in. Green sand comes from the ocean floor. It serves as both a fertilizer and a soil conditioner. It helps break down and soften clay soil, which Kansas City has plenty of. It also brings potassium, lime, and other minerals to the soil. Kelp meal, made obviously from seaweed, is loaded with micronutrients. The seafloor is very nutrient rich, and the fast-growing kelp pulls it all in as it matures. Again, I am just recharging the soil that my plants will be calling home. Eggplants can also get quite large, though not as tall as tomatoes, so I put them on the ends so that they can get sun. I use the same planting routine as the tomatoes. Eggplants and tomatoes are actually related and need all the nutrients they can get. This year, I am planting a couple of varieties, the Millionaire and the large and traditional Nadia. I remember reading that during the Middle Ages in Italy, people thought eggplant was a cause of insanity. Crazy, huh? The peppers go to the front of the tomatoes to ensure that they get the sun. In my eastern-facing garden, that means plenty of morning sunshine. I like to plant sweet and hot pepper plants, always great in salads and sauces. The bush beans go all the way to the front. The plant will only grow to about 10 or 12 inches tall, so they will complete the leading edge of my garden. A straight row of about 1 to 2 inches deep is all you need. Again, I like to add some root protector before I put in the seeds, just to keep them healthy. Bush beans, snap beans, string beans, all the same. I usually plant a couple of varieties. Trying different types from one year to the next is a good way of finding out what grows best where you are. It also helps in finding out what you and your family like best. I add a layer of good compost to cover the seed and then close it all up with soil. Last, way out on the edges, I plant my cucumber seeds in small mounds. The mounds are for protection for the seeds and the leaves until the plant matures enough to begin climbing. For that, you need a trellis system. I like these easy to fold up and store wire-made ones. Cucumbers grow upwards fast, so I put my trellises up right away, just so it's done and over with. It's the end of a long afternoon, but everything's in. Now all we need to do is wait for summer to come and do its thing.